We gotta shoot for the stars. We gotta be a little delusional, okay? Woo! That was a lot. I need some tea.
She's around, nothing else matters. If I don't, someone else will. Wanna love you, girl, wanna love you, girl, wanna love you, girl, wanna love you, wanna love you, girl, wanna love you, girl, wanna love you, girl, wanna love you.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jasmine, and today we're gonna be talking all things goal setting and how to plan and structure and stay organized with your life as a flight attendant. So I don't really have much of a structure when it comes to my monthly planning, my financial budget. Like, your girl is just kind of all over the place, and I have already been doing a lot of things now before the new year that I want to implement in 2023, and I just kind of figured, like, why wait until January 1st? Just kind of start now, get your feet wet with some of the things that you want to do. And I've been proud of my progress so far these past, couple weeks. But one of my goals for 2023 is to do a monthly goal slash budget slash plan for my life every single month of the year of 2023. And so I wanted to kind of create a plan with you guys that I can hold myself accountable and come back and do every single month here on camera, and talk yearly goals versus monthly goals and all the little goals that go into getting to the big ones, right? So right now I have no structure. Your girl just be living life willy-nilly. When the week comes, I face it then and figure out what I want to do. But I just want to be a little more structured in 2023. And so we're gonna kind of create a little, routine or system for ourselves, all while showing you how to plan your schedule as a flight attendant. I want to give you guys a little look into what the schedule breakdown and how a flight attendant's life can be structured out month to month, because as you know, I don't work the same thing all the time. As a flight attendant, your weeks are just different, and so it's hard to have a routine of doing things every week on the same day. Like, that's just not as realistic for a flight attendant. But throughout the video, you guys will see what I mean when I say that. But today is December 13th, and as a flight attendant, you have 2 days that are like super important in the month when it comes to planning your schedule. That is, well, at least for my airline and for my base, it's all base determined too. Every day is different for each base. Also, oh my god, wait, before I even get into that, I had to tell you guys that I'm leaving Boston. I'm no longer going to be a Boston-based flight attendant. January 1st, I start back in Atlanta. Woo, woo, can I get a whole yeah? So I'm definitely happy about that. But I'll dive into that later on. But I just got the news that I'll be able to be back in Atlanta, and so I'm just really happy about that. And just like, ciao. We'll talk later though. So for my airline, the 13th is the deadline for the 13th of every month is the deadline to put in your bids for what you want in the previous month. Everything in the airline industry is a month ahead. So the 13th, you have to basically already know by the 13th of the month before. You have to already know like what you need blocked off for the month ahead. If you have outings, family things, weddings, you need to know those dates and stuff before the 13th of the month before it's actually going to happen. That's what today is. Super important day, so you need to make sure you get your bids in. Don't forget. Put it on your calendar, make a reminder, make an alert, anything so that you don't forget to be able to bid for what you actually want to. And so January is a pretty light month for me other than my daughter's birthday. So I really want to make sure that I get the weekend of her birthday off. So all I can do, and the only control that I have today, is to put it into my schedule and hope for the best. But being that I'm leaving Boston and I'm coming to Atlanta, my bids are going to be a bit different. I bid a certain way for Boston than I would in Atlanta. Let's open up my iPad. We're going to go to our company's little sites where we can do all of our things and put in our bids and talk about what we have planned for next month. So I do want to go ahead and just jot down some things I need to remember when I'm opening up my bids. Another thing is I want to make sure that my A days start on the weekday. So this month I also want to bid for 2-day trips. So I'm going to write that down. In Atlanta, I know I don't hold weekends off, so I'm not going to worry about bidding any other day off other than this specific weekend here. And then lastly, because like I said, I don't want to put too many bids in this month for just getting my feet back wet in Atlanta. I don't really know what all I can hold out there right now, so I'm going to also try to bid for long layovers. Okay, and so these are my main 4 components for my January bid month. So let's go online and put them in. Okay, all of my bids are in, so now we just cross our fingers and hope that we can get what we bid for. I think next month I will change my bids up and go back to bidding for leanovers, but we'll just see what we get for this month. And that's pretty much all I can really do planning wise until the 19th. Being based in Atlanta, schedules drop the 19th of every month for the next month. So January schedule will drop December 19th, and then we'll see what we got. I'll pick the camera back up that day, and then I'll really be able to plan my month, and we'll also throw in a little bit of yearly goal setting and monthly goal setting for January and 2023. Until then, I'll see you guys on the 19th. It's the 19th, and as you've seen in my last clip, I was putting my bids in, and I said at that point it was just a little bit of a waiting game. Schedules did release today, and I'm pretty surprised at my schedule and what I held this month. It's kind of nice to see that I have gained a bit of seniority in Atlanta, because it's been a while since I've been there now. What was I in Boston for 4 months? So things have changed. A lot of people have transferred into Atlanta, so my seniority is definitely different from when I left, in a good way. But this month, I went ahead and looked at my schedule. There's only one thing that I didn't get on my bids that I requested off, and that's okay. There are tons of ways that you can kind of finesse your schedule or just like swap things around. We do have like a swap board kind of thing where people can put up the things that they don't want and put them up like for drop or swap, and you can offer like, you know, if you're trying to switch on-call days, you can switch your set of 3 on-call days for somebody else's set of 3 that start on a different day or a different week. Or you can, if you're trying to switch a trip, you can switch it with any trips that are like on the board. We have like a board that has all the rotations that basically aren't fulfilled yet or need spots to be filled. So up until a certain date and time, you can switch what you got scheduled with the trips that are presented to you on the board, or you can swap with people who are dropping their trips, trip for trip type of thing. Like, hey, I like your trip because you have a 24-hour Tampa and my cousin lives in Tampa and they just had a baby, I want to go see them. Will you take my double Birmingham long trip, 3-day trip, like whatever. You swap with whatever you think will be enticing for the other person. Everybody can decline, but sometimes you never know. There are so many people in a base that like you just never know what someone might need or the days that someone might need off, or people are always willing to pick things up and things like that. So it's okay that I didn't get off what I asked for off, but I kind of like had a gut feeling that I wouldn't. But I did get all commutable, but I did get all early release and late report trips, which is cool. And it's an LOL because I can hold it in Atlanta but I can't hold it in Boston. Like, that just goes to show how many people commute to Boston, because all those senior people are taking those commutable trips. Okay, so now that the 19th has come, I've been able to see my schedule. I can now pretty much plan my entire month of January, which is a benefit to how flight attendants kind of get our schedules. Like, everything is like a month in advance. Oh my gosh, has this been sitting on my arm the whole time? That is insane. That doesn't even look like human hair. This looks like hair from like a doll. You can look at it as a benefit to getting your schedule a month in advance, because you can plan everything ahead of time. But if you're anything like my friends or like my family or just life, right? Like impromptu moves and things to do and hanging out, or impromptu self-care day. Those things happen throughout the month that you can't necessarily prepare for in a month in advance, you know what I'm saying? So that kind of sucks when it comes to your schedule. But like I stated previously, there are tons of ways to move your schedule around or swap things in and out and stuff like that. So now that I have my schedule, I can pretty much plan all of my January. And this is something I really wanted to do on camera with you guys, because I just am trying to make better decisions in 2023, but I'm not waiting until the day or the new year like celebration to make those changes. Just trying to create more structure in my life, especially having a 4 going on 5-year-old who will be starting kindergarten next year. So I just need to like get it all together. That way ain't no going to school at 10 o'clock when she's goes to kindergarten. So I need to definitely start implementing a life routine now. That way when August rolls around, you know, we're comfortable in our routine. And yeah, things at that point, things should just be like force of habit by then, right? That's the goal. So we're gonna do that on camera. I got a cute new calendar that I'm gonna fill out, and I'm gonna use this opportunity to not only goal set for 2023, but we're also gonna actually plan my month of January based on my flight attendant schedule, which will give you guys a look at how a flight attendant, you know, can plan their schedule. I was able to bid for the things that I wanted, get the type of trips that I wanted. I knew when I would be working, so I can kind of build my own schedule week to week or month to month, depending on how far out I properly plan. So let's get into the calendar, and we're gonna fill it in with just everything that we have going on for January, and then we'll get right into filled out the calendar, a little basis of like how I'm looking at each month and each day, like just day by day, like what is the one thing I want to do today. And this is pretty much all just work related, so work, flight attendant work, and work social media work. So I think it's important for me to do at least one thing social media work wise a day, or at least 3 days out the week. So I kind of have a basis for like picking a day for edits, picking a day for filming, but some of the filming are sporadic because of what I have to film. But everything on this calendar is pretty much a suggestion, right? So I wake up in the morning, I'm like, what is today's task? What is our main task at hand? And I can look and see like, okay, today I need to make sure I film this video. And then like everything else in my life I know will line up, like Nova's routine, Nova's schedule, and I'll fill that in as it comes up. But this is pretty much everything I have as of now, December 19th. So it's pretty good. As you see, we don't work every day. And if I'm really calculating it, I'm home 14 days out of the month, and I'm working 16 days, and 2 of those days aren't even real work days because I fly in at like 6 a.m. that morning. So 16:54, it's really 14:14 if we're being honest, of home versus not home. So half of the month your girl is at home. We don't work every single day and we're not always gone. So that hopefully that paints a picture of like kind of like what a schedule of a flight attendant can really look like when it comes to going to work, and how many days you're off versus how many days you are actually working. This is actually a new approach that I am taking here for the new year, is to just focus on like one task a day, or just like have like a basic outline of kind of like, I wake up in the morning, I'm like, okay, what should I do for the day? I also want to break this down into like a weekly calendar. One thing I also have blocked off on here are rest days. I found myself trying to put something in that day, and I'm like, well, why don't you just take the day to rest? You need a day to clean the house, you need a day to do your laundry. And when I wrote them down, I made sure to put at least one every week, and if I didn't have one that week, it would fall like earlier in the next week. So like right here there's not one, but I have one like the first day of the week, then the next week or whatever. I'm making sure to be intentional about my rest, so that way I don't feel such a burnout, maximum productivity, but like with as much ease as possible. And my mindset in this new year is just that like, if it's really for me, it will come with ease. But things, I can't just like wish on a shooting star that things are gonna happen for me. I have to put in some type of work, which is why I feel like it's important to do like one thing every day towards my goals or my dreams, when I'm not working. So that's just kind of my mindset on the things. And my goals for 2023, I do want to flip this page over. So that is pretty much filled out as much as it can be for now. This is something I'm gonna hang on my wall and look at every morning when I wake up and make it a habit, and also fill things in, like if Nova needs something for school, I can throw that into the calendar. If Nova has a day off, like from school's close or something, I can make sure I write that in the calendar. I want to make sure I actually use the calendar, and frequently look at it and not just write it here for the aesthetic, okay? Like I want it to be functional. I want to actually use it. So yes, let's flip this over, and before the video ends, I do want to just do a little bit of goal setting with you guys, and kind of share some of my personal goals for 2023 and the little goals in between those big goals that will help me achieve, get to the big goal. All right, so I have completely flipped this calendar over. Like I said, January is on this side, and I am going to kind of split this in the middle. So I'm just gonna, like, I have no frame of reference right now. I'm just kind of vibing out. I think it's important for me to do some 2023 yearly goals first. So, and honestly, like, this is just not gonna be the most aesthetic thing, like, and that's okay. Right now, we are going to be talking about 2023 goals. And so there are a couple in my mind, and I'm just gonna go ahead and jot them down, and then I'll share them with you when I'm done. I didn't go as in detail as I probably could have here, but I just have like a basic generalized list of goals that I know I want to achieve. I didn't want to break down like financial goals, YouTube goals, work goals, fitness goals. Like, I didn't want to chop all of them up because I feel like inevitably I'm going to break those down within my months, like my monthly goals are going to directly relate to what my yearly goals are. They shouldn't be too far off, because within each month I should be doing things that will help me reach the end goal that I wrote for 2023. So I am going to share them. Transparency. Like I said, it's not an extravagant list. These are just some things that I know off my chest and in my heart and mind that I want to achieve in 2023. That being, be active for 3 days out of every single week, save $6,000 to $10,000, have a new apartment or place by the end of the year. I'm not gonna narrow that down to any specific thing. Whatever God has for me or wants for me, I want that just as much. So whether that be a townhouse, a house, buy my first house, a new apartment, I mean, I don't really know, but I'm leaving that up to him. Maintain a consistent morning and night routine. Read 12 books or more. 15,000 or more YouTube subscribers by the end of the year. Overall healthier eating habits. Lose 30 to 50 pounds. Land first big paid sponsorship collaboration and visit 3 new countries. So I have some financial goals in there. I have some fitness goals in there. I have some work related goals in there. I have some personal development goals in there. And I have some adventure goals in there. So I think that's a pretty healthy list for my 2023 year. I hate that every year people add so much pressure and anxiety to everybody, and just feeling like you have to have this vast list of things that you want to get done. To me, I've learned that doing it that way and just putting that much pressure and anxiety like on myself, putting too much, like it doesn't have to be all that. Let me lay out my intentions and then think about my actions every day to day, month to month, week to week, to make sure that they align with the intentions that I have laid out and put forth in front of God. So, because faith without work is dead. So you might have all these goals and ambitions, but you definitely have to put the work in. But no one is saying that it has to be blood, sweat, and tears. Like, things do not have to be hard. Things come to me easily and naturally, and I am accepting that in abundance. Okay, so now that we have our 2023 goals outlined, a couple of things that I'm gonna write down for my January goals. So I have my 2023 goals here, and I'm gonna do my January goals. I kind of feel like my January goals list might be a little bit longer than my actual yearly goals. Complete all books that I'm currently reading, because I'm in the middle of like 3 or 4 different books, and so this month I want to really make sure that I finish those books, which would also put me a little ahead. Is that cheating? But put me a little ahead of my 12 or more book goal for the year. Another goal for 2023 in January is to get Nova to school at the 7 a.m. hour. I think that this would also help me have more of a productive morning and a slower morning, because I can just drop her off and then come back home and do like my time. I find that when I sleep in a little bit longer and she's there later, we move not only slower, but she also has a little bit of a hard time listening and doing what she needs to do in her routine in the morning if we're like lollygagging, things like that. But when we up at 6:30 and we getting dressed, like she's more inclined to like do what she needs to do because it's early and it's still kind of dark outside and things like that. So to me, Nova functions a lot better when she has structure and she has routine. So I think that getting her to school between 7 and 8 every day in the 7 a.m. hour will be really beneficial. So another goal that I have for January is to make more than I'm spending. If I'm really going to reach the goal of $6,000 to $10,000 a year, then I need to buckle down on what I'm spending month to month and really breaking down what that looks like, which also brings me to my next goal of creating a true monthly spending budget, monthly budget. Something else I would like to do in the month of January, which will directly correlate to not only my spending habits but my health journey, is to only spend money on outside food on the weekends. Another goal for January, which is something that I already do and already have in place, but I'm going to write it anyways, is to post once a week on YouTube, and a new social media goal that I have to add to that being that I have successfully accomplished posting once a week on my YouTube channel every Thursday at 6 p.m. I feel like I'm at a good place to add other social media channels, especially because I've been booking content lately. So I want to post at least 3 times a week on IG and TikTok. Bed by 10, which will allow me to bed by 10 on the days that I'm off. Obviously, I can't do some of these things when I'm at work. So sometimes my weekend might be during the weekday. Back to the goal, bed by 10. That will help me be able to make sure I do my morning routine, my evening routine before bed. And then that'll also promote me having a better morning when I wake up in the morning. What I'm gonna try for January and see how it goes, be committed, but I would like to wake. Now, I haven't been able to do it yet. I've been trying, y'all. I've been trying. I don't know how successful I will be once I'm back into the flow of going to work. But when I'm off, I would like to wake by 5 a.m. to go to the gym for 30 minutes. That's all I've been doing is 30 minutes. And then to come back and be able to get Nova ready for school. I know wake by 5 a.m. seems overzealous, but I would like to make that the goal. I would like to do the gym 3 days out of the week. That's the exact same goal as I had for the 2023 yearly goal. Sometimes I might not be focused on some of these goals in each month. You know what I'm saying? Like this month, I'm not gonna focus too hard on emailing people for a sponsorship or collaboration, but the other things I'm doing, making sure I'm filming, making sure I'm posting, is going to directly help, you know, landing my first paid sponsorship. I'm gonna wrap this list up because I don't want to be too overzealous, but we gotta shoot for stars. We gotta be a little delusional, okay? Bed by 10, wake by 5, gym 3 days a week. And then I really want to make it a point to not miss a day of meditating every single day. So I think those are really good goals that I can strive for the month of January. Getting to a better habit of routine. That's what I feel like this January goal list is putting out, is we're getting into the flow of things, getting back into a routine. Lastly, I know this video was long, and if you're here, oh my God, I love you so much. And if you are still here, I want you guys to comment below #goal-setter, and I want to gift one of you guys a calendar. If you're still here in the video, #below goal-setter, because I know it's a long one and me talking and I will gift whoever I choose one of these calendars. They're just from Target. It's a cute little calendar, and I just feel like that's a cute little first of the year kind of gift. So if you're still here, I love you, and comment below #goal-setter. You can do it if you want the planner. You can do it if you can hashtag in the comments if you are just here and supporting. But yeah, I'll pick one of you guys and gift you one of these cute calendars. Before I wrap the video up, I want to do one more thing, and I want to highlight some of my 2023 words that I'm kind of sticking to for this year. First word is discipline. I want to do the word ease. I want to release the narrative that everything that's worth having or credible or that is credible came through a struggle or came because someone sacrificed something or had to work so hard or so tired, long days, and now they can reap the benefit of what they have successfully reached, or it has some credibility to it. And in my opinion, like, why does that have to equate to someone's hard work or someone's success being credible? Your success shouldn't be credible just because you decided to stay up day in and day out, no sleep. Now you have bags and you put your literal blood, sweat, and tears into something. you know, like that's great, but like I don't want to take that path to reach the same success that I'll reach for myself, because I truly believe that what is for me will be for me, and I will never miss something that isn't for me. So with that being said, anything that I'm striving for or that I desire, I know that I don't have to be all crazy about it, and I know that it will just come to me if I just continue to do what I know I need to do. Another word I would like to implement for this year is grace. Grace for myself, grace for other people. I find myself getting very upset just like when people do dumb stuff on the road, or like, you know, just little things like, let me show them some grace. They might be in a rush, or something might have fell in their car and that's why they're kind of like swerving to the left a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, show people some grace. I have no reason to be that wound up. Another word that comes to mind when I'm thinking of how I want my year in 2023 to be is intentional. Discipline, ease, grace, intentional, and lastly, abundance. Because I operate from a place of abundance and not a place of lack. So things and whatever I need in life, or opportunities or wisdom or a word, it comes to me in abundance, and it comes to me when it's supposed to. And I believe that 120%. So I feel super confident in just like my new year. Like I said, a lot of this stuff I have been implementing already. I've already started going to the gym. I've already started eating healthy. I'm setting myself up now before like January 1st, because that's literally just a day that the calendar changes, guys. Like, you can do some of these things. I'm hoping that doing these things earlier will allow me to have a better go throughout the entirety of the year. So, woo, that was a lot. I need some tea. Okay, I feel so just confident going into this new year. I really just need to get planned, structured, organized, and implement some routine in my life, and I'm super excited about that. I think that it's going to help my life just in general. It's going to help me enjoy work as a flight attendant more. I hope you guys enjoyed being able to see a little bit of a look at how flight attendants can prep and plan their months, and what it looks like when we get our schedule, and how that process even is, how we are able to work and maneuver our schedules, and just like have a life outside of work. I think it's really important to be organized as a flight attendant, and just to know like what you like to work to help keep your life happy and balanced, which is a big reason why I came back to Atlanta. For now, we are planned, prepped, and ready to go for 2023. I already know more goals will set in. I'm gonna do a deeper goal setting list for myself and really break down, okay, here are my fitness goals, here are my work goals, here are my financial goals. And I think that would be like I would do that one time and then revisit it in 6 months in the end of the year type of deal. So thank y'all so much for watching. Again, if you made it all the way to the end, make sure you comment down in the comments below #goalsetter, so I can gift you this beautiful calendar I got from Target. And if they don't have this specific one anymore, I will gift you just any, like a new medium-sized calendar similar to this one. Thank y'all for watching. As always, love you. Connect hearts. Come on, connect. Love y'all. Catch you in my next video next Thursday at 6 p.m. Turn your bell notifications on so that you don't miss when I upload, and subscribe. And I'll catch y'all next week. Bye.